Top 10 best Middle Eastern fragrances that you need to have in your collection right now.
Welcome back, angels. Here's another fragrance compilation crafted just for you, from iconic originals to the most impressive dupes. Let's discover the scents that truly shine.
Afnan 9 p.m. Rebel. Think of a very fruity Creed Aventus Dior Sauvage type of a fragrance mixed with 20% of Baccarat Rouge. That is what this one is. Pineapple, green apple, oak moss, ambergris, and a sexy white musk is what you get with this. Super for everyday's wear, but especially in the summer. Oh, and by the way, you can get these fragrances at fragrancebuy.ca. They have a massive sale going on right now on these fragrances that I'm mentioning. Just use the code RAGDAY10 for an extra 10% off of these fragrances. Enter this code at checkout. Kadlaj Island, also a super good fresh fragrance for the summer. This is an inspired version of Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau Le Parfum, but then I prefer this one. Of course, you need the very hyped up French Avenue Vulcan View. Yeah. Inspired version of God of Fire, but then this one is better. Lasts longer, project more, 100 ml for a very affordable price. What do you want more? Swiss Arabian Shagaf Oud Azrak. This is an inspired version of Montage Honey Oud, but then they have made it more likable and more manly to wear. I would say it's like 80% close, but I just know that a lot of people would prefer this one. And also this one is beast mode. Lucian Coastal Breeze. This smells a lot like chill. You know what I mean? And to be honest, it is super close. Yeah. Minty, super fresh, citrusy, easy to wear, super for the summer. Paris Corner Marshmallow Blush. And this smells exactly like a marshmallow. So if you want to smell like those pink marshmallows, then get this one. I would also suggest men to wear this because you throw women off if you smell like a marshmallow. Make sure that they want to take a bite out of you with this. Then we got FOMO Asylum, and this smells very close to Elysium. But then they have made it more blue, like fresh out of the shower, more sharp, more citrusy fresh, and the most important thing, stronger, longer lasting for an affordable price. This is a hidden gem because I don't hear anyone speaking about this one. Then we got Lattafa Gamra Ducan. Now, if you don't have any Gamra yet, then get this one. First, I wasn't so impressed by this, but I have worn it one time, and in the dry down, this one is a little bit more masculine. It goes a little bit more smoky, it goes a little bit deeper, darker, but only get it if you don't have any other Gamra yet. Or if you just want the most masculine one, then try this one. And last but not least, Paris Corner Rifakat. This is an inspired version of Yves Saint Laurent Baby Cat, but then this one has more spices, is not as thick, it is more airy, so you can wear it a little bit in more occasions, and it's also a little bit more woody. So overall, an easier to wear Baby Cat. So if you wanted to go on a shopping spree, then do it right now. The sale will end July 6th, so don't miss out if you wanted to pick up the best Arabian fragrances out there on the market right now.
Top 10 best Middle Eastern fragrances for women. And all of these fragrances are less than $50. At number 10, Mango Ice from Gulf Orchid. This is a sweet, juicy mango perfume. If you like fragrances like God of Fire and Mango Skin, you will love this one. At number 9, Kahir Fusion from Paris Corner. This is another very sweet and juicy perfume with lychee, blackcurrant, bergamot, and vanilla. Very similar to Eden Sparkling Lychee from Kayali, but about a quarter of the price. At number 8, Ansem Gold from Lattafa. This is a gorgeous perfume with orange blossom and pear. It's very sweet and it also lasts for about 10 hours on your skin. If you like fragrances like Ariana from Parfum de Marly or Love Don't Be Shy from Kilian, you're going to absolutely love this one, and you're going to love the price even more. At number 7, Mystic Bouquet from Afnan. This is a gorgeous fruity floral fragrance that smells like you just took the most luxurious shower in your entire life. Smells very similar to Valaya from Parfum de Marly, except this one has a lychee and a peony note mixed in. At number 6, Cloud Candy from Kadlaj. If you like marshmallow perfumes, you're going to absolutely love this. Not only is it a gorgeous, sweet, creamy marshmallow perfume, very similar to Young Bougie Marshmallow from Kayali, it also lasts 8 hours on your skin. And at number 5, Cream Velvet, also from Kadlaj. Now this perfume smells very similar to Bianco Latte, except this one has a gorgeous amber dry down. At number 4, Legacy from Maison Asrar. Ginger, pear and bergamot, orange blossom, musk, vanilla and amber. It's absolutely gorgeous year round, but perfect for the summertime. And at number 3, Genoux Noir from Haramain, a gorgeous powdery vanilla with kumquat and lime in the opening. Smells almost identical to Dame Bianca, except this one is about $30. At number 2, Angam from Lattafa. If you like Burberry Goddess, you're going to absolutely love this perfume. It's a little bit sweeter and a little bit more gourmand with an added praline note, which I find absolutely delicious. And at number 1, Victoria from Lattafa. I'm absolutely obsessed with this perfume. It's supposed to smell like Devotion from Dolce & Gabbana, except it's way better. It literally opens with a lemon meringue pie note and then dries down with this warm, cozy vanilla. It's delicious. It projects like crazy. I always get a compliment when I'm wearing it, and it's $30. Which is your favorite Middle Eastern fragrance?
Here are 10 Middle Eastern fragrances that I will always repurchase. Yes, a million times yes. I barely have a dent and I already want another bottle. If this isn't on my summer tray, there is something terribly wrong. Over and over, again and again, I am head over heels in love with this. If this isn't on the shelf, is this even my collection? The day this gets discontinued, I may or may not become a criminal. I am literally obsessed with this. This is not a want, it is an absolute must-have. I may
And Middle Eastern perfumes I will always repurchase. The best fruity floral out there. Love Don't Be Shy Who? Vanilla 28 on a budget. This Mahajat on a budget. Most beautiful spicy oriental perfume. Black opium over red. This doesn't need an explanation, okay? If you still don't have this vanilla in your collection, what are you doing? Beast mode marshmallow goodness. Paradox Who? And lastly, Valaya Sissi.
These are some of my favorite Middle Eastern fragrances. All of these fragrances are dupes of other fragrances. Some of them are spot on, some of them aren't, but regardless, I really like them. Starting off with Victoria from Lattafa. This is one of my favorite Middle Eastern fragrances ever. It has a lemon meringue pie note that is absolutely addictive. Now, this perfume is supposed to smell like Devotion from Dolce & Gabbana, but I like this one better. Genou Noir from Haramain. This is the closest I've ever found to Dama Bianca, a sweet, powdery vanilla with candied violets. It's absolutely beautiful, especially in the summer. Mystic Bouquet from Afnan. This is a beautiful, fruity floral fragrance with a dry down of vanilla and musk. It is not an exact dupe for Valaya. This is like Valaya had a baby with Fleur Narcotique. Imagine all of that Valaya energy with a little bit of peony and lychee. Felicity from Paris Corner. This is an absolutely delicious, fruity sandalwood and vanilla perfume. To my nose, it smells exactly the same to Wedding Silk Santal, except this one, I think, actually projects a little bit better. Another one that I absolutely love is Opulent Dubai from Lattafa. Now, this is supposed to be a God of Fire dupe. I actually think this smells like God of Fire had a baby with Symphony. It's sweet and citrusy with heaps and heaps of mango, but it doesn't have any of that oud, so I actually find this one a lot easier to wear. Angam from Lattafa. Now, this is a dupe of Burberry Goddess, except it has way less lavender and it has an absolutely gorgeous praline note. I prefer this to the original just because I'm not a massive fan of lavender, and this one is a little bit more gourmand and it lasts longer on me. Cream Velvet from Cad Large. For me, this is the very best interpretation of Bianco Latte. It's sweet, it's creamy, there's heaps of vanilla and heaps of caramel. The only difference is there's a little bit of amber in the dry down, which makes this perfume a little bit warmer, which I actually really like. My absolute favorite is Legacy from Maison Asrar. Now, this perfume definitely smells very, very similar to Blue Talisman from Ex Nihilo, except on me, it actually lasts a little bit longer. Think ginger, bergamot, and pear, lots of white floral notes, and an absolutely gorgeous dry down of amber, musk, and vanilla. For me, this is a 10 out of 10.
I basically own every single viral Arab perfume out there, so let me tell you which ones are actually worth your money. But first, I want to address some common misconceptions when it comes to Arab perfumes. Not all of them are dupes. Not all of them have oud and have super strong scents, and not all of them are going to last all day. For example, Cocoa Musk is an amazing scent. It smells like vanilla, powdery cacao, but it costs $10 to $15. How long do you actually expect this to last for? Let's begin. My first recommendation is Ansam Gold by Lattafa. This is a very soft, powdery, feminine orange blossom and marshmallow scent, and I'd say this one probably lasts around 6 hours plus on the skin. My second recommendation is Kamarakawa, and this one's slightly different than the original because it has added coffee notes. It's a very boozy, spicy, and warm scent, perfect for date night, and this one lasts for about 8 hours plus. Vanilla Toffee is the latest addition to my collection, and I'm in love with her. It smells a little bit like burned caramel, and I love that date note in this. If you're looking for a delicious summer perfume, I would go for Yara Choose by Lattafa. This one has that kind of coconut mango creaminess, and it is perfect for the warmer days. If you're looking for an oud scent, I would definitely recommend going with Oud 7 by Swiss Arabian. It's a very decadent, elegant perfume with notes of rose, saffron, oud, vanilla, and prairie. Genou Noir is probably one of the first Arab perfumes I fell in love with. Very seductive, very mysterious, and very elevated. There's a citrusy note in here coming from the kumquat, and that is blended perfectly with a powdery vanilla. Now, for my people that are looking for a more comforting or fresh perfume, I would recommend going with All Her Main Love Until Femme. This one is a very fresh, bright, and almost fizzy pineapple perfume. Opulent Dubai is a very unique perfume. It has notes of mango, ginger, lemon, grapefruit, saffron on a woody base, and it is just so juicy and delicious. And if you're looking for a softer, more comforting scent, Must Go 7 by Swiss Arabian is the way to go. Let me know what your favorite Arab perfume is and if you've tried any of these, and don't forget to follow for more fragrance content.
Here are 10 Middle Eastern fragrances that I will always repurchase. Yes, yes, a million times yes. I barely have a dent and I already want another bottle. If this isn't on my summer tray, there is something terribly wrong. Over and over again and again. I am head over heels in love with this. If this isn't on the shelf, is this even my collection? The day this gets discontinued, I may or may not become a criminal. I am literally obsessed with this. This is not a want, it is an absolute must-have. I may or may not already have 2 more bottles of this. All right, now show me yours.
For no reason at all, let's talk the best Arab fragrances. Lattafa Teriyaki is one of my favorite spicy fragrances ever. This smells like caramelized pink pepper with a warm suede dry down. You either love or hate this, and a lot of people hate it, so don't blind buy. But if you love Quentin Biche's work, it's a great way to affordably sample his DNA. That sounded awful. I also really enjoy Yara Candy, which is shocking considering my thoughts on her sisters. It's a creamy, candy, fruity vanilla that's fun without being juvenile. There is a slight gardenia note, but it's mostly a sweet gourmand. Another incredible affordable option, Ellie Soft Girl of Now. This smells like warm, syrupy, orange blossom baklava. The dry down is a sweet, nutty pistachio, but it's not ultra gourmand or cloying. I got mine for $40 and it's worth all 4,000 pennies. Hair Fragrance House is one of my favorite brands in general. 7 Minutes is my least favorite, but it's still a Shayla. It's a musky ambergris vanilla. But slow sip, juicy, spicy mango, it's like a Dubai mango nada. Pretty Please starts with cherry wine but dries into leather. Goes from Beirut to Berlin, but my favorite is Guilty Pleasures. Rich, spicy hot chocolate, I feel zero guilt. We are now jumping into a different tax bracket that I don't occupy, but Amouage is incredible. Love Tuberose is a true buttery tuberose, easily one of my favorite white florals ever. And we are rationing. Guidance is terrifyingly strong, tart, and resinous. I love it. Some people say it smells like a Thunder Down Under, but I can't confirm nor deny. I've yet to get my money up and buy a full bottle, but you best believe every time I'm prowling Nordstrom's, I douse myself in that tester. Finally, Kayali. As much as I love their gourmand brain rot, they have some hidden gems. Of course, I'm continuing the Marrakesh hypnosis. If you dislike this, you're wrong. Vanilla Oud was a huge part of my oud conversion therapy. It's a silky, elegant, and powdery vanilla with a touch of oud. Velvet Santal is a smoky, woody, jasmine tea skin scent. If you get it, you get it. And Sweet Diamond, fingerprints and all. This is one of the only roses I ever want to reach for. It's spicy and jammy and discontinued, which is so egregious. Mona, if you're watching, I'm begging. Don't get it twisted. I adore Air Fragrance past the confines of TikTok Shop. So let me know your favorites too and what brands I should try next.
10 Middle Eastern gourmands that actually work in the summer. Armaf Odyssey Dubai Chocolate. This has notes of kunafa, pistachio, chocolate, caramel, and coffee. This smells exactly like the chocolate, but the pistachio and coffee keep it balanced and wearable in the heat. Lattafa, Her Confession. This is a soft, sweet, creamy, milky tuberose with vanilla. Inspired by Blanche Bette. Kadlaj Fursan White. This is a powdery coconut with almond, delicate white florals, and vanilla. This was inspired by vanilla powder, smells exactly like the name. Lattafa and some gold. Let's start by saying marshmallow is probably the perfect gourmand note for summer. This has marshmallowy orange blossom with raspberry, musk, and vanilla. Smells like Oriana crossed with Love Don't Be Shy. Kadlaj Aura Manga Splash. This is the perfect tropical gourmand for summer. Ripe, juicy mango and blackberries finished off with vanilla and pink sugar. Inspired by mango skin but longer lasting. Lattafa Yara Candy. This is an original creation that smells like strawberry Fanta with vanilla syrup but also has a touch of florals for some elegance. Kadlaj Cloud Candy. Strawberries with marshmallow, coconut cream, and vanilla. Smells like a strawberry milkshake with marshmallows. This is a 1-to-1 for Yum Bougie. Kadlaj Empire Victor. This is a citrusy vanilla with caramel. It smells like a lemon pound cake drizzled with caramel. Not a dupe, but smells very similar to Lyra without the sharp lavender note in the opening. Lattafa Ethery. Dewdrops and passion flower open into a heart of orchid followed by vanilla. This is a fresh floral gourmand inspired by Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid. In the #1 spot, Lattafa Bade Al Oud Noble Blush. Rose milk with almond rounded out by vanilla and sandalwood. Smells like an almond milk milkshake with hints of rose.
10 longest lasting Middle Eastern fragrances. Save this list if you like strong statement fragrances. Lattafa Nebras opens with red berries on top of sugar, cacao, vanilla, and tonka. Smells like freshly baked cookies inspired by Eilish #1. Kadlaj Cream Velvet. Honeyed vanilla with caramel. Smells like caramel ice cream. Inspired by Bianco Latte but with a buttery amber finish. Armaf Club de Nuit Untold. Smells like creamy spun sugar. This is the best alternative to BR540. Kadlaj Kara's Secret Musk. Sugared rose with sugarcane, tonka, amber, and musks, but it smells like powdered chocolate. Inspired by Arabian's tonka and just as beast mode. Swiss Arabian Shagaf Oud. Rose with praline, vanilla, and slight touches of oud. This smells like Middle Eastern opulence. Check this out if you enjoyed Oud Bouquet by Lancome. Kadlaj Vanilla Dunes. Cinnamony vanilla with orange blossom, praline, vanilla, and woods. This smells like eating freshly baked cookies while walking in the woods. Inspired by one of my favorite fragrances, Altair. Armaf Club de Nuit Woman. Loud citrusy florals on a sweet bed of vanilla, tonka, musk, and patchouli. Inspired by the timeless Coco Mademoiselle. Kadlaj Nefes Shark. Hands down one of my most complimented fragrances. This is the ultimate floral gourmand with a juicy, almost syrupy pear with florals and a creamy, sweet, rich bourbon vanilla. Inspired by but a stronger take on Baciami. Lattafa Camra. Sweet cinnamony vanilla with praline and dates. This is Lattafa's take on the angel share DNA, but this leans sweeter, richer, and more gourmand. Lattafa Artisan Ethnique. This is a gourmand lover's dream. It is a cloud of sugary deliciousness. Sugary cinnamon and rum over caramel, cacao, vanilla, and coffee. This was inspired by Sugar Addict. Comment your strongest and follow me for more.
Here are 10 Middle Eastern fragrances that I will always repurchase. Yes, yes, a million times yes. I barely have a dent and I already want another bottle. If this isn't on my summer tray, there is something terribly wrong. Over and over, again and again. I am head over heels in love with this. If this isn't on the shelf, is this even my collection? The day this gets discontinued, I may or may not become a criminal. I am literally obsessed with this. This is not a want, it is an absolute must-have. I may or may not already have 2 more bottles of this. All right, now show me yours.
5 Middle Eastern fragrances that I will always repurchase. Delicious bouquet, panna cotta, lemon caramel, and vanilla. This is a snack with stilettos. You cannot say no to this. Angam. Of course I need to have this in my collection because each time I leave the house wearing this, someone has to say something. Second bottle, by the way. Cream velvet. Guilty pleasure. Sinful. Decadent. But no calories. Empire Victor. You might get licked. You might just get licked. I don't make the rules. Felicity. Romantic, playful, sparkly, flirty. Good girl with a twist. Be careful.
I am a huge fan of musk fragrances, and these are 3 incredible Middle Eastern musk fragrances. Let's get into it. So this one is called Dubai Musk, and it is such an incredible fragrance. I get asked all of the time for a more affordable alternative to my trusty favorite musk therapy. This is it. This is the closest thing I have personally found to musk therapy, which, if you didn't know already, is my most worn fragrance in my collection. Now, Alhambra smells incredibly similar, but of course at a fraction of the cost. This is a fluffy white musk, very wearable, with a touch of sweetness, which is coming from some blackcurrant. I adore this one. They are so similar. This is also very powerful. It is an extrait, so you are going to get the longevity with this one too. If you're looking for more of a floral musk fragrance, you should check out Musk Blend by Khalaj. This one is such a good price point. I would highly recommend checking this one out if you like a floral musk fragrance. It has medium longevity. I get like 6 to 7 hours wear from it, but that is really good, especially for the price point. And this is, in my opinion, one of the best affordable musk fragrances out there. Spanish Musk by Arabian Oud is a fragrance that I found this year. I was searching for fragrances in Dubai. I came across this one. It was love at first sniff, and I had to get it. This is more of a fresh, sweet musk with a fruity twist. There's some peach in here. There's also some jasmine. It is my kind of fragrance through and through. This is around £80, so it's not necessarily on the affordable side as such. But when you compare it against something like this, it does work out more affordable, but it is the most expensive option out of this list. But wow, if you love peach, if you love jasmine, and if you love musk, you should definitely check out
And some gold. This was inspired by Oriana. Marshmallowy florals with raspberry, vanilla, and musk. Armaf, yum yum. Juicy cherries with wild berries, rose, vanilla, and musk. This is fun, flirtatious, and sparkly. Lattafa, opulent Dubai. Inspired by God of Fire. Sweet, tropical mango with citruses, ginger, and jasmine over musky woods. Vibrant, sweet, tropical, and unique. This gets a lot of compliments. Legion Perfumes, One Love. Inspired by Hibiscus Mahjad. The hibiscus in here is softer, less sharp and tart compared to the OG, but the rose, vanilla, and musk really shine. Smells like a juicy, sweet hibiscus drink. Khadlaj Cloud Candy. This is a 1-to-1 for Yum Bougie. The only difference is the price. Smells like a strawberry milkshake with marshmallows. Lattafa Garam. Starts bright. You get pineapple and pear over white florals, finished off with sugary vanilla and praline. Smells like florals dusted with sugar. This is like a brighter take on Bachiami. Khadlaj Aura Manga Splash. This is a juicy mango fragrance with blackberries and jasmine over vanilla and pink icing. This is actually a longer lasting take on mango skin. Ana Abiyad Coral. Juicy, almost a candied watermelon with coconut over florals and vanilla. Inspired by Wave Child, this is juicy, sweet, and tropical, perfect for summer. Lattafa Ethery. This is a fresh floral gourmand. You have dewdrops and passion flower over orchid, finished off with a gourmand vanilla base. Inspired by Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid, this is a really unique take on vanilla. In the #1 spot, this is brand new, Lattafa Petra. Juicy plum and a soft touch of rum open into a heart of tuberose and coconut. The base is rich. You have praline, vanilla, and musk. This smells smooth, luxurious, and summery like island hopping in the Mediterranean. The best Lattafa release of 2025 right here.